APC chieftain Cairo Ojugo slumps and dies while watching Nigeria-South Africa semi-final match. This is a serious one. Oh. So while watching Nigeria match with South Africa yesterday, at a point where the match ended at a draw and there was penalty shootout, at that point, Ojugo just slumped. Now, wow, which kind of wahala be this? Eh? The only lesson I draw from this, now he is dead, does Super Eagles or Nigerian Football Association or NFF, Nigerian Football Federation, what are they going to do now to compensate him or his family for dying for them? Or is Nigerian government what are they going to do? To only end the condolences. He's gone is gone. The football team, the country moves on. So this is a lesson for people who are hyper when watching this, even though they give you some kind of emotional balance that, people are addicted to it. That is the bad part of it. But again, do we say he died cheering Nigeria or he died as a patriotic Nigerian? It's left for you to judge. Well, let's get into the details. A former member of the House of Representatives who represented a CAF federal constituency of Delta State, Dr. Cairo Ojugo, is dead. Reliable sources said that the outspoken politician and chieftain of the All Progressive Congress died on Wednesday night while watching the AFCON 2023 semi-final match between Nigeria and South Africa. As soon as a penalty kick was awarded against Nigeria during the AFCON match with South Africa on Wednesday's semi-final clash in Bouake, Ivory Coast, he slumped. A source privy to the incident told leadership on Thursday. Oh boy. So he slumped. Immediately a penalty was awarded to South Africa against Nigeria. He just, out of heart attack, he just slumped and died. That is bad, actually. So now he is gone. He died before the match ended. And our match ended, Nigeria did not lose. What an irony. He died because he thought Nigeria has lost it. Now, after him dying, Nigeria won the match by penalty and by God helping the goalkeeper to do a more extraordinary job in catching the goals, in saving goals or catching the balls. So now he is dead. Nigeria eventually did not lose the match. So what are they going to say now? What are they going to do? And probably he's been maybe an hypertensive patient before now. And when you know your body system, you try to manage your emotions to avoid, because the only way this thing can happen is if the person is already an hypertensive patient. A normal person with all his biological numbers working correctly will not just fall like this. It's not possible. So it's somebody who already has a coma in his body, especially around high blood pressure and high sugar. Those are the people that can collapse on shocks, because it was shock, psychological shock that took him out. And the body, the heart, the brain could not accommodate the amount of shock that he sent into his own body because of being hyper on football. God, I beg you. What other lesson can we learn from this kind of death? He has died the kind of death that people have died for politicians. Okay? The same way people will put their head on politicians, they want to, especially some die-hard followers, and then when the politicians wins and gets to power, he doesn't know you again. Okay? Some people have been involved by being involved in electoral violences, political violence, and at the end of the day, they are shot dead, or they are killed by area boys, or there is an inter-party clash, and before you know it, somebody is dead. Meanwhile, the politician they are fighting for is cruising with his money and his family ahead. So please, Nigerians, don't die for nothing. Don't die for nothing. If you ask me, I would say this man that died in the instance of watching Nigerian football has died for nothing, because there's no compensation for him dying because of football match. That is the truth. there is no compensation. So obviously that match came with high tension for most Nigerians, especially Nigerians going from 2-0 to 1-1. He died a patriot. May his soul rest in peace. Okay, oh, he died supporting Nigeria. Let's see what then can Nigeria give to his family as compensation. Is he going to be given state burial? Is federal government going to go and wear his body national flag the way they bury other patriots like in the military? Let's see now. Okay, so yes, even me, I was jittery and afraid. So true, I may so rest in peace. A patriot, that guy was a demon. Can you imagine? He was a demon, not a patriot. So somebody is saying, how tension are you about economic hardship in the land? Crazy people. Exactly. He's a politician. What did he say about the bad governance of APC in Nigeria? All of them are cruising with Nigerian money, enjoying themselves. Nigerians are suffering, wallowing in poverty. APC is evil. Some say may APC slump too and die, rest in hell. Can you imagine? Oga APC, not be smart, you know. This is a really good Igbo man. So nobody should take pleasure in the death of anybody, but you must not die foolishly. That is the truth. Some people don't know how to talk, even in public, as if they are immune against death. Remember, death is a call everyone must answer when it is your time. So please watch your words. That's a good advice. And that's why we're saying that if you must die, try to die reasonably. Don't die a foolish death. Gambling is the problem. That is what somebody is saying now. Probably he staked a lot of money and thought he would lose the money. And at the end of the day, he died. The match did not, Nigeria did not lose the match. Some say, bros, forget about gambling matter. That someone is very emotional. That game yesterday is enough for somebody's BP to rise. Can you imagine? Okay. Some say, I decided not to watch, but check for update intermittently. Very correct. If you are hypertensive, don't watch football. Wait for the result. The best answer to it. Exactly. That's what I'm saying, that this guy must have been hypertensive. He must have been an hypertensive patient. And that kind of condition does not need watching things like football. That is the truth. That moment, if you are not strong enough, anything can happen to you. Abi? Okay, that evil monster penalty almost killed me. But my spiritual instinct told me Nigeria will win. So if you have BP, avoid matches. The lesson here is very tragic. All of us can die for our beloved Nigeria, but some people claimed ownership of Nigeria and it shall never be well with them. Big lessons for all politicians. Wealth, money, and fame is not a defense against death. That is a very good statement. May the soul of Dr. Cairo Jugo rest in peace. That is what somebody said, and that is okay. Nobody should take pleasure in the death of anybody. The will of God is that everybody should repent and turn to God. I know that some people, especially politicians in Nigeria, have seared their conscience with hot iron. They will never repent. But again, God will help. Some say, hey, yeah, so sad. Unfortunately, he didn't witness the outcome of the match. It is a pity. May his soul rest in peace. Dr. Cairo, may your gentle soul rest in peace. So those are the comments coming from individuals. Thank you for listening. Let's have your comment as well on this man that has just lost his life simply for match. Okay. Well, that is why I see it. Well, what gives one pleasure might not be what gives other people pleasure. But don't die for pleasure.